What's going on, everybody? Thank you for checking out the channel. In today's video, we're looking at the new trailer that dropped for Warzone Season 2 this morning. So Activision just dropped new details for the new Season 2 Warzone update, and here they are. But before we watch it, please subscribe to the channel. About 65% of you have not done so yet, so please subscribe to the channel so you can get notifications when I upload a new video just like this one. So Activision dropped the new Season 2 gameplay trailer this morning, and it's jam-packed with information. We're going to review everything, but first what I wanted to do is look at the map updates and actually see the confirmation of multiple nuclear silos that exist in Verdansk today. So we're going to go ahead and watch the gameplay trailer here, and you see this nuclear silo over near the construction site in Verdansk, and there's actually multiple silos that exist across the map. At that high point right in the mountains, in between transitioning from airport, getting across the river, going up the mountain, and then getting over to military base, that structure that used to be at the very top, there's yet another nuclear silo there. We know that there's already one at Park from the previous seasons, so everything is really starting to build up. And right here, there's yet another silo that exists out in an open space. The last detail that we're going to cover here in a couple seconds is the confirmation of the ship that has been off the coast of Rebirth Island that has been sending Morse codes about, I believe it was Stitch. Stitch was sending them. That ship now is headed towards Verdansk, the port of Verdansk, and it's filled with Nova gas. And then the last confirmation here is that Season 2 begins on February 25th, which is my birthday. So if we jump over to the Call of Duty blog, here's the rundown of all the content that's coming in Season 2. We have what's called a dark wave approaches Verdansk. That's the ship, the cargo ship that's going to meet at Verdansk. Now, my guess is it seems like a lot of the content and the updates that have been coming from Activision have really slowed down in the past couple of months. It's everybody's upset about it. So I really doubt that the map update is going to happen right at the beginning of the season, but I think they're going to use Season 2 to buy themselves a little bit of development time internally, and then actually release the nuclear event either mid or late season, which probably would push us towards the March or April timeframe. I don't know, it's complete speculation, unless the ship approaching Verdansk is supposed to be like a 2 or 3 week event. We'll just have to see. But I feel like everything's just going to get pushed out a little bit longer. But anyways, the dark wave is approaching Verdansk. On multiplayer, there's going to be an Apocalypse 6v6 Golvoa multi-team map, and then Mansion Gunfight as a map. In Warzone, we're getting Resurgence Extreme mode, as well as Exfiltration mode, which involves the choppers. And there's a new Death Machine as the score streak for the minigun. There's also 2 multiplayer modes that are coming, Gun Game and Stockpile. Then on the zombie side, there's a new zombies mode called Outbreak, a challenge event, 4 new operators, Naga, Maxis, Rivas, and Wolf, new prestige levels, a battle pass, of course, and a bunch of new weapons, which we'll get to right below. From a storyline perspective, there's a lot going on. Frank Woods is in the jungles of Southeast Asia. It ties back to the original Black Ops timeframe and his escape in 1972. Woods returns to Laos with NATO's finest handle of another crisis. Russell Adler has been abducted as well with Stitch, so there's a lot of drama going back and forth, and they're stuck in the Twin Pines Mall. But where this all comes together is there's this big question with the contraband tracking for Nova 6 that we know is on the ship that's going to come to the port of Verdansk. The question still remains of where's Adler? So here's a review of the 4 new operators. There's Naga, which is part of the Warsaw Pact. There's Maxis, she's part of NATO. She's also going to be released in season. There's Wolf, who's part of NATO, and he's in season. There's Rivas, who's also part of NATO, and she'll be released in season. There's going to be 6 new weapons that are going to drop. The FARA 83 assault rifle, and the FARA 83 will be available at tier 15, both in Cold War and in Warzone as part of the battle pass just by playing the game. The LC10 SMG, I hope this thing is a Mach 10 killer, to be honest. It's going to be a full auto submachine gun. They do note that the damage per shot is lower at the end of the SMG spectrum, but the fire rate and lower recoil can prove to be a deadly combination. So we'll have to see if that takes out the Mach 10. LC10 will be for free as well at tier 31 of the battle pass. They're releasing a machete as a melee weapon, and a shovel, or what they're calling the E-tool, and an R1 Shadowhunter, which is another crossbow. I don't know why or who asked for this, but we're getting it. And then interestingly, the ZRG 20mm sniper rifle. The ZRG 20 is going to be a bolt action sniper rifle that has faster bullet velocity than any other weapon in its class. So this thing's definitely going to be OP. And it does damage for a single shot to the head, chest, or shoulders in exchange for a slower fire rate. So it's probably like the Rytech in its fire rate, but it definitely is going to clap somebody and kill them. I'll quickly go over the Cold War updates here. There's a new zombie experience called Outbreak that's going to launch or come on launch week. There's new field upgrades called Frenzied Guard. There's a new ammo mod called Shatter Blast, which makes bullets deal explosive damage. I hope they don't bring that to Warzone. And there's new skills tiers that they're going to be releasing. In multiplayer, you get Apocalypse for 6v6 during launch week, Golova multi-team in-season map, a small mansion 2v2 or 3v3, which will appear in season, Miami Strike, which will be a 6v6 in season, and some multiplayer modes, gun game, stockpile, hardpoint, and lastly, a new score streak that will be the Death Machine, and that'll be available on launch week. It'd be interesting to see if the Death Machine is available in Warzone. They're also adding a new vehicle, the Sedan, a light truck, which looks like a little Jeep, a whole host of new challenges, including 10,000 XP boosts and new calling cards, new prestige levels, and then the boatload, literally, the Warzone content. Interestingly, here in the post is that Activision's saying that there's going to be new and shocking points of interest to explore and 2 new modes that shake up the traditional Battle Royale formula. So with the points of interest, I think that involves these new nuclear silos that are going to become available around the map, which is kind of frightening at the same time that there's been these nuclear bombs just sitting underneath the map this entire time. And regarding the cargo tanker itself, I don't even know how to pronounce it. It's gone missing at sea. However, recent visuals have identified the vessel heading towards the port of Verdansk, and that operators should exercise extreme caution because it's carrying unknown cargo, which obviously is going to be Nova 6 gas. And then there's this other note of, meanwhile, within Verdansk, something major is beginning to rumble deep underground. And then the 2 new game modes that'll appear in Warzone. One's Exfiltration. During Exfiltration Battle Royale, a portable radio crackles into life, coming online somewhere in Verdansk. The operator who secures this radio and holds onto it for a sufficient period of time automatically wins the game. Anyone holding the radio is marked on the TAC map as if they were under a most wanted contract. And lastly, we have the Rebirth Resurgence Extreme mode, where 90 players are going to drop onto the island to create a bunch of chaos. Now, interestingly here, this last detail, in terms of availability and timing, Season 2 Black Ops Cold War will update on February 23rd between 9 p.m. and 11 p.m. Pacific, and Warzone will get its update on February 24th between 9 p.m. and 11 p.m. So all this is extremely exciting. This is on top of the map details, the other video that I had just posted. So it's very cool to see that everything is finally coming together here in Warzone, that we're finally getting new content to talk about. So if you happen to like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Comment below what you think is going to happen in Season 2. Do you think we're going to get the nuke right away, or do you think it's going to come later in the season? And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do so. I'd love to have you on board, and then you can get notifications when I upload new videos just like this one. So I hope you have a good one, and I'll see you in the next video.